Hello, I have a new vlog today. Come on over. Hello, how are you? I hope that everything is going well for you. Today, when I'm recording this, it's Sunday morning. We're having a really good weekend so far. I'm trying to think what I should update on first. We heard from Jordan last night. It's really kind of wild when I look at my phone because it's ringing and it says US Navy on it. And I'm like, oh. For those of you who don't know, my son is a Marine and he has been deployed and he's on a ship somewhere. We're not allowed to know where. Um, but yeah, so he has been every once in a while having the opportunity to call home. I think it's I'm trying to my short-term memory, y'all, is horrible. Horrible. So I'm trying to remember if it's been just a week or if it's been 2 weeks since we heard from him. I think it was 2 weeks, but I'm not positive. Actually, you guys probably remember better than I did because I think I told you about it the last time that he was able to call home. But at any rate, we got to talk to him. I mean, it's a limited amount of time. I think they allot him something like 8 minutes, and then the phone cuts off. But got to hear from him, know that he's doing well. Of course, that always makes you feel good to know that your child is okay and safe and all of that. So I had heard there's a woman in the Marines who sends out emails to us and just kind of gives us updates sometimes. And they had asked for like knit hats and gloves and things like that because apparently it's really cold on the ship. So we were going to try and put a package like that together. But then I spoke with Jordan about it last night. He's like, yeah, but by the time it gets here, we probably won't need it anymore. So I'll probably end up sending something anyway, just in case. So, but good news is he seems to be doing well. He said he's wearing his layers, he's staying warm. So he seems to be fine. Pups are doing well, as you can see. Sammy had tried to pop up and climb all over me when I first started trying to do the vlog. So I guess he's looking for a little bit of attention this morning, which is not out of the norm. But so if you want to see a couple of bloopers, stick around to the end because, yeah, why not, right? But there were other things. Oh, so I know some of you are concerned about me getting my passport in time for the trip to Paris that we're planning. I have my paperwork all together and I have an appointment for Monday morning. So tomorrow, no, not morning, afternoon, during my lunch break, I'm going to be heading over to the post office and getting that taken care of. And they do have an expedited service for just a little bit more that I will make sure I take care of. So I should have my passport supposedly within 5 to 7 weeks. And even if it ends up taking a little bit more time, I've got a good cushion on there before we're going to be leaving for our trip. So I'm feeling confident that I will be fine. So thank you for your well wishes there and your support and your concerns. But I think I'm going to be good. So I'll have a new passport with my new name and all will be well there. Something that was crazy though, when we had booked our airline tickets, we had a credit from our Hawaii trip because we ended up having to. If you watched my Hawaii video, we did a day trip from Kauai over to Oahu so that we could go to Pearl Harbor. And when we first scheduled that, we had done it for December 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day. Well, we found out that that's the one day that they will not let people go out onto the USS. I want to say Arizona, but I think it's Missouri. Forgive me. Again, my memory is horrible, but I should know this. This is terrible. I'm so sorry. To the memorial ship, the ship that you can go out and see. But at any rate, we had rescheduled that because we wanted to be able to go out to the monument. And we weren't going to be able to do that on December 7th. So we moved it to December 8th, which was Rich's birthday. And he, not he, we ended up with a credit because of the way the whole airline thing was working. So we had credits that we wanted to apply to our tickets that we were booking for Paris. So I had called them, we had done it all over the phone. They found the credits, they applied them, got our tickets booked, whatever else. Well, we realized, so this was what, a week, at least a week or two ago, right? So I realized when we were starting to talk with our girls about it, because my daughter Elena and my stepdaughter Olivia are going to be going with us. This is actually a trip for Olivia's graduation. And when we started talking about it, I was like, well, did I send you the details on the flights? And they were like, no. And so I think I had confused it with something else. And so I started looking for it. I had no confirmation for the tickets. So I said, okay, well, you know what? I'll call the airline and I'll have them resend it. Figured it was probably just they messed up my email address, because that happens a lot with my name for whatever reason. And ultimately that was what happened. But when I first called them, they couldn't find any record of the tickets. Zero record. I mean, they were looking under my frequent flyer number, which should have been associated with it, because the gentleman I had spoken with when I booked the tickets had that information. That's how he found the credits that we had and all of that. But it hadn't been associated with my frequent flyer number, so they couldn't find it that way. And then they weren't finding it under my name. I was getting a little nervous. I gave them Rich's frequent flyer number. They couldn't find it that way. Ultimately, I gave them, and one of the mix-ups that started to make me nervous was before we booked the tickets. That was the other reason I had called them. It was because I needed to have my name changed. And then when I tried to do it online, I had to upload, all this documentation to prove I am who I am and the legal nature of my name change, right? So I had to give them my marriage certificate and my divorce decree from before and all this other information. And when I submitted it, it said that it might take 10 days for them to review it and confirm. And I said, I don't want to wait 10 days. I want to buy the tickets now because the prices are going to start going up. So I called them, got the name changed first. So then, there was a lot of stuff that could have gone wrong with this booking. And the fact that they couldn't find the tickets, I think I was on the phone with them for like 45 minutes before they finally found it. I gave them Elena's name because my former last name, I think we are the only, I think there's now another family that has this name in the United States, but until maybe 10 years ago, I think we were the only family with this last name in the United States. It's not a common name at all, which is one reason why I don't share it, because it's scary how easy I can be found. So that makes me a little nervous. So I don't share that name for safety and security purposes. So at any rate, I had provided them with Lena's last name and they finally found it. But I was like, this was a lot of money. I mean, and I had all of the credit card charge numbers, like confirmation. So I'd given them the confirmation numbers on the credit card charge, like all this stuff, and they weren't finding the tickets. So, phew, they finally found them. So they were able to update my email address, which was incorrect. And I got my confirmation email with my ticket locator number, which would have been nice to have in the first place, because that's how you find the tickets. So at any rate, we got all of that straightened out. But yeah, so that was a little bit of an adventure, right? So that's good now. My passport's getting all lined up. We actually do need to update Elena's passport as well, because hers has expired. So we're going to go and see Olivia for an early dinner, and Elena, because she goes to school out that way, she's going to join us as well. And so I'm going to bring her old passport so that she can make an appointment out by school and get her passport stuff done. So that's on the docket for the coming week. And then there was something else I wanted to make sure I told y'all about. Like I said, short-term memory. Work has been crazy as usual. I've told you about that. We've got the minis challenge coming up. Minis challenge on Friday. So I'm going to be getting my minis on and decorating my tier tray. I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet. The theme this week is going to be anything goes. So for the playlist, everybody who's participating, they're going to be doing all different types of minis. I'm guessing that they will have the theme. There goes my clock. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention to the time when I started recording this, and the clock goes off every hour. So clearly I'm like between hours. But the minis, oh yes, so the playlist. So there's going to be a ton of inspiration. I'm guessing a lot of it'll be spring. Maybe some of it will be Easter still. I don't know, because we are definitely coming up on Easter. Thank you so much for those of you who watched my last video and who've been enjoying the projects that I did. I felt a little bit like I was cheating because it was a lot of painting of already fabricated wood pieces and then the ceramic eggs. I felt like the one thing I really crafted was the garland with the bunnies, which I absolutely love. So the bunnies might appear in my tiered tray tutorial or DIY video. We'll see. We'll see if it makes sense to include them on there because I think they are so super cute. But yeah, I felt a little bit like I was cheating because I was just painting everything. But honestly, you guys, they were pieces that I loved that I had picked up from Michael's, and I really wanted to get them into a video. Time is short on getting things out before Easter, so I felt like I had to get them all in there, and it was a help to me because I have been so busy with my day job and it's been a little stressful. And so to be able to just not have to think really hard about coming up with a new project right now, that was really a godsend, because I don't know if I would have gotten another video out again this week for crafting if I hadn't been able to do that. So thank you so much for your sweet words and your support. I'm really glad that you have liked the projects. I hope I didn't disappoint this past week. I am doing the best that I can right now. So I do appreciate you. And for those of you who have been sending me your projects to share for shout outs, thank you so much. I've got a whole list of them in my email right now, and I try to get to them in the order in which I receive them. And sometimes I will reply to you and ask you for your permission for a shout out. If it's not clear to me that you want me to put them in a video, I'm really sensitive to that. And I don't ever want to share your work without your permission. So if I reply to you and ask for your permission, I won't put your projects into a video until I have that permission. So if you have sent me something in the past and you've wondered why I didn't put it into a video, I probably replied to you and asked for your permission. So you want to just make sure that you didn't miss that email requesting your permission, and then I'm more than happy to put your projects in. I put everybody's projects in. I do not discriminate. If you send me your work and you want me to share it, I will share it. So just wanted to let you know about that. And if you're not familiar with what I do, it's a shout out timeout that I usually do in the middle of my crafting videos, and I give you guys a shout out for the work that you have done. And if that is not something you were aware of and you want to send me a project, you can send it to my email address for my Crafted by Corie Gmail. So it's Corie by Corie. Oh, I'm saying it backwards. You guys, I'm losing my ever-loving mind. So crafted, 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 right? By, and then Corie, Corie. I'm so hung up on getting the name spelled right because that's, what messed up my tickets. This is the name that always gets messed up. It's really kind of funny. But because it'll end up, somebody will have like 2 R's, or they'll just have the I, or it'll be a Y. So Corie, right? Crafted by Corie at gmail.com. So if you want to send me a project, that's the best way to do it. And forgive me if you've sent me something on Instagram and I didn't share it yet, because sometimes I forget, to go back to Instagram and look for things. Same thing with Facebook. I am very rarely on Facebook. So I do have my Instagram posts link to my Facebook business page. And so if I post something on Instagram, it automatically posts on Facebook. And so I'm really bad about remembering to go out and check to see if I have comments on Facebook. The brain just doesn't work the way that it used to. So forgive me for that. It is unintentional. If I have not acknowledged you, it is, please know, it is completely unintentional. And I either just haven't seen it, I forgot to look for it, or something else happened, because I will always respond. The comments on YouTube, I'm getting a little bit slower to respond there. Again, I don't have the same bandwidth that I had before. So, and I feel guilty when I just give hearts. So there will be times where I'm reading some of the comments, but I don't even put a heart on there because I want to remember to be able to go back and write a comment also. And then that just slows me down as well. So I may just start going through and just hearting everything, you guys. And please know that I do read the comments and I appreciate every single comment that you leave for me. I mean, I even feel bad when I don't leave the same like number of emojis for every person. So, I mean, I want everybody to know that you are all equally important to me. And I don't know, my mom was very big on even Steven, right? So if I got something, my brother and sister had to get something equal, right? And the other way around. If my brother got something, my sister and I, it had to be even. Everybody was equal. Everybody was equally loved. Everybody was equally as special. And so that's the mindset that I have. And sometimes it ends up slowing me down because I want to be able to love on you equally. And I can't always do it in the time frame that I would like to do it. So that's a long way of saying I love you all. I appreciate every single one of you. And I apologize if I am slow to respond, and I hope that you all will understand. Because way back in the day, as you know, if you've been with me from the beginning, I would respond to every single comment. And yeah. And the reason I don't go through and hurt them first and then go back and comment the way that I used to is because YouTube changed the way that they do their filters. It used to be so everything is filtered by default on things to which you haven't responded. So there's a place where I can go and I can look at all my comments that I haven't responded to. And it used to be you could heart them and they would still show up in that space because you haven't technically responded with a comment, right? Well, they changed that. So now as soon as you heart something, it gets swept out. It basically is saying that you've now responded. So if I heart something to then go back and try and find it, I have to remove that filter. And then I'm sifting through all of the messages, trying to find things that I didn't actually comment on. So hopefully that explains a little bit as to why I'm doing things the way that I'm doing them and why I'm a little bit slower. Because if I have like 30 seconds between whatever it is I'm doing, I'll look at the comments and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But I want to be able to go back and comment back to you guys, right? I don't know. I'm babbling at this point and just going on and on. But yeah, so we're going to be doing the dinner with Elena and Olivia later. I told you about Jordan. We're almost, I think I say this every week, we're almost done with the closets. We still have Elena's closet left to do. I am still getting mine organized. Oh, and taxes. I hate doing taxes, and I actually have a wonderful accountant bookkeeper who does them for me now, but I still have to get all of the stuff together. Y'all, it's that creative thing, right? If you're for me, I'm super creative, but I'm not super organized with things like that. I think it's because I just don't like to do it. So I go into procrastination mode and avoidance. So Rich and I were up until like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. That's why my eyes keep tearing a little bit because I'm like a little sleepy this morning. But Yeah, so I've been pulling together all of that stuff, and it's a lot more because my YouTube is a business, right? And so I'm pulling together all of my receipts and everything that I've, done to support my YouTube channel, and then I've got my tax form for YouTube. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot, and I am very grateful and thankful for Rich because he is very organized with that stuff. So I think I'm probably making him a little crazy right now. But I think he's going to help me stay organized throughout the year so that we don't have this situation again next year. And I think my bookkeeper, Rian, will probably be very pleased with that as well. So yeah. So that was what we were doing last night, and we did a Costco run. I love Costco so much, and we got massages while we were there because, and I was calling it Superhuman, which is totally wrong. It's called Human Touch. They had them in for demos and things with these amazing massage chairs. So we got to demo the massage chairs. That thing was amazing. I guess it's like medical grade, and like you could do the chiropractic. I guess it's what's the word I'm looking for? Chiropractors recommend it, that kind of thing. So that was really, really awesome. So that was what we did yesterday. I'm just taking things one day at a time right now. But I do hope that you'll check out the minis video. I do have a couple of haul videos. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put one out today or if I'm going to wait to put it out on Tuesday. But I have a Dollar Tree haul that I need to put out for you guys, and I have a Five and Below haul that I need to put out for you guys. And I'm also trying to decide whether to do them separately or together. They're already recorded, so it might be a little weird to do them together because you'd get like two intros, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to take a look at that now. But thank you so much for visiting with me. I really appreciate you. I feel like I just babbled and babbled and babbled today. So if you're still here, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate you. And until the next time, be well, be kind, and make it a great day. Take good care. Bye. Hello. Really, Sam? Stop. Wait. You're making me spill my coffee. Can you sit, please? Can you sit? You want to say hi to everybody? Can you sit? Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Hello. I have a new vlog today. Clearly, I just said that a second ago, so